Hello, welcome, I'm Scrumpy. This is episode 22 of our Let's Play as King Alfred the Great. We have just got 2 more counties to bring into our realm before we can create the wonderful Kingdom of England, which was our target goal. And we've been getting all sorts of things sorted out in the last couple of episodes. I've just noticed that on technology we've got enough cultural points for an advance. And what I'd like to do is to do very much what King Alfred would have done in his time, which is put a focus on legalism. So Alfred was very well known for being the person that translated many of the Latin sort of texts around law into Old English, and he believed that all men should understand the law and should follow the law. It was a big guiding principle of what he did and what he set up in his time. So when he translated all those texts to English, many more people found them accessible and they got into them, and it really spread kind of legalism in what is today England. So we're going to take this option to invest in legalism. What that will do, I think, as well, is it will give us the option in our laws to move to a medium centralization option, or request it, and that will give us a bigger demands. So that will grow from 5 to 7. Should be great news. We've got to seek approval from our vassals, and hopefully they'll come with us. Let's just do a few other basic checks as well. Once again, these guys they won't stop trying to back plots to kill my wife. I'll keep asking them, I keep saying yes, but then they get straight back onto it. Potentially this guy needs to die. There's not a lot of plot power against him though. And yeah, we're good in other areas. Okay, let's let the game run. So you may recall that... Oh, hello. The Lords of Wessex have approved the institution of the medium centralisation law. If I press OK and pause, hopefully our demands size will grow in a second. Yes, it has. It's gone up to 6, sorry. And I suspect our mail is all about the people that have approved the proposed law they have. So Crusader Kings, just in case you don't know, when you want to change laws within the Catholic and certainly Anglo-Saxon, so within the feudal system, you have to propose a change and then it needs to be voted in, and that's really largely a function of how much your vassals love you or hate you. And in my case, with 100 being maximum, we've got a lot of vassals that are on our side, which is really, I have to say, vassal opinion is a really big part of the game, and it's a part of the game that I actually kind of enjoy. So demand size grows. That's good news. Got a couple of people here who are going to stop backing plots to kill my wife. As a reminder, in case you weren't with us in the last episode or you can't remember, it's been a few days, there was a big war raging between Mercia here and King Ivor the Boneless, who was largely based to the west of Scotland, for East Anglia, and Mercia almost won it, and then they didn't win it quite quickly enough, and King Ivor the Boneless has called in other Norse, because it's a holy war. He's called in Gilland, and that has swung the battle in their favour. So numerically they now hold the advantage. There was a massive fight in Suffolk which the Norse won, and it looks to me like they're going to win another fight because Mercia are going back in again for more punishment, which is ridiculous. They're never going to win this battle. Well done Mercia. And it looks like Jorvik is losing. Yeah, interesting. So the main things to remember are that Northumbria are trying to take land done on back from the Norse in York, from King Halfdan II, and there is a big rebellion going on up in Northumbria as well, between Halfdan and one of his Norse sort of family dynasty members. Here's an event. Word stood against word. Word against word, sorry. The farmers against the courtiers about damage caused to the farmer's house by a cow owned by the courtier. So, right. So one of my courtier's cows has damaged a farmer's house. Well, I could either say the farmer is obviously lying, or I could say the farmer should be compensated. So this farmer up here has come and pleaded to me. I mean, looking at Geetha, he was a genius, married to my steward. I think she's stubborn, paranoid and arbitrary, not great traits. I think the farmer should be compensated, but I wonder whether she'll take it badly because she's so... Oh no, she approved of my decision, even though she's stubborn. And she was happy to pay for reparations. Good. Good, good. So, big old fight going on here between... Let's have a little look. Right, so I just said that King Halfdan, who was the boy in Northumbria, up here, the boy Norse, son of King Halfdan I, he's losing his wars badly against the King of Northumbria, the Anglo-Saxon King of Northumbria, and the person who's revolting against him. But because Anglo-Saxons and Norse inherently like to fight when they meet, the two people that are his enemies, that are beating him in war, have now decided to meet in battle and weaken each other. So he may be back in with a chance here. And it looks like Northumbria is going to be defeated. It has been. What have we got going on here? Yeah, this war's turning round. King Halfdan is turning this fight round. It's now 20% in favour of him. Oh, pawsy. I can do some more carousing. So I will. Oh, no I can't. Ah, declined invitation. Yeah, okay. There are others though that I could invite, so we will. Let's just whiz through and invite a load more to carousing. Really, this is just a good thing to do while we're waiting for these other fights to come to fruition. That's a boy. We can't invite the boy. I mean, I'd like to see a plot fire to kill the boy Halfdan II, but I think there's a reasonable chance that, you know, it looks like it's not going to work. So if it's not going to work, there's not much point trying to do it. Did. That will hopefully fire in a couple of months. Let's also do the... We will do the summer fair after we've done the carousing, if it's still an option. Yes, between May and August. Oh, okay. So Mayor of Scarborough is not going to join us. Neither is the Earl of Kent. Neither is the Bishop of Sherborne. But the Bishop of St Peter's is coming. The Bishop of St Paul's is coming. The Earl of Oxford is coming. The Earl of Sussex is coming. Earl of Gloucester's not. Mayor of Ilchester will. Mayor of Dorchester will. Bishop of St Swithin will. Meanwhile, King Alfred the Boneless is really turning things around down in East Anglia. Really keen to see when this boy is good. He says 51% in favour of the revolt, 75% in favour of Northumbria. Fraticelli has spread to Wessex. Oh my goodness me! What a disaster! What are the chances of a revolt? Let's have a look. No big revolt issues here at the moment. Let's train troops in Wessex and let's proselytise in Wessex, because it doesn't seem to be working in Surrey. My liege, my mission to Rome has so far been a success. This is my Chancellor. During my visit to the court of Pope Celestinus II, I seem to have managed to make him understand what a benevolent and peaceful ruler I really am. Or you really are. And he sends his regards. So the Pope is going to like me a bit more. He currently likes me 13. He'll like me 33, sorry. We'll boost that again before moving on. Oh, there's another battle on. And raiders have arrived in Wessex. Pause. Let's bring up our levy here to see those raiders off. And they've arrived in Dorset as well. Let's fight them off in Dorset too. I might raise the troops up in Somerset as well and send them into Dorset. So a real raiding party landed there. Major raiding party in 882. Good. We've won both those fights. Stand our levies down. Mercenary's going back with its tail between his legs. I doubt I can do a summer fair at the moment. Nope, because I'm carousing still. My guests have arrived for the private feast I have arranged. It's time to let the carousing and the merriment begin. Let's get it started. Oh, still got some troops that need disbanding. These days of revelry are an excellent escape. So many laughs and so many intense conversations in such a short time. It brings me closer to my companions and I feel like good friends already. This time it is the Bishop of St. Swithin, who likes us quite a bit anyway, but he's going to like us a whole bunch more. Yeah, there he is. So St. Swithin is in Wessex, my home county. So he's become my best friend. Excellent. Ah, right. Here we go. This is one of those big moments in the game. So, we have an enemy planning to invade. So, a Norse character, King Bjorn of, goodness me, Skibod, sort of North Lowlands, and sort of Holland way, east of Holland, has decided to prepare to invade us. He's got 4,000 troops at the moment. That'll get a big boost as part of this preparation. He's planning to raid. He will arrive 23rd of August in 2 years' time. In the meantime, our knowledge of siege equipment in Middlesex has increased. That's useful. So these guys here, this Norseman is planning on coming and capturing some of our territories. So I need to prepare for that. 4,000 troops. How are we doing? Well, we can currently raise sort of 3,600 plus mercenaries, so hopefully we'll have enough money for Max. There's a fight going on over here as well. What's this to do with Gwent? I suspect it's probably just Viking raiders. Alright, so we've got to prepare for them. The revelling and cruising is over for now. Time to get back to real life. And we will do a feast as well in a couple of months' time. All good stuff. Pause the game, let's have a little look at the intrigue. No issues there. Any good plots available? Could kill my rival. Any high scoring plots? I could kill this guy. I don't really see why I'd want to. Nothing really that sort of jumps out for me. I don't want to kill this genius person. It would make no sense. Let's take a moment to just see if there's any women of my culture, my religion, that are not married, that are in prison. So not in prison, not married. Anywhere that would join our court. There are 2 more now available. Let's bring them in. Get him into our court and then do some marrying once they arrive. Fight on down here between some more raiders. Raiders of raiding Devon. Excellent. So those girls have arrived. Let's just look in our court for any that are not married, that are adults, and just do a spot of marrying. So my Scottish I would really quite like Cormac to get married. I think he's quite a useful character. So let's arrange for a matrilineal marriage with an Anglo-Saxon girl with good martial. This one here. Excellent. Ah, I see. He's not lowborn. That's the issue. All right. You are lowborn though, so you can marry. You with the funny head. We will marry you. You're Anglo-Saxon anyway, so actually I don't need to. Let's see if we can bring in some genius women from anywhere. Women not in prison, not married, diplomatic range, yes. Joint court, yes. Adult, yes. And then genius. No. Quick, no. Strong, no. That's a shame. Midas touched. Got one here that's Midas touched, but she's ambitious. It's a shame. She's very good though. Greek. Very talented. And she'd join as well. Yeah, well, we'll bring you in. And we'll marry you off to... I want a great house, yes. We're going to try and get somebody in to marry off to my... one of my martial men. Let's bring you in as well. Good. Right. Very pleasing. Oh, thank goodness. So, this message tells us that our court chaplain, Bishop Marek of St. Peter's, is pleased to report the success of my mission to Wessex. The majority of the population have been converted back to the Catholic faith. Your humble court chaplain, Bishop Marek of St. Peter's. Good. We will put you back into Surrey, sir, when we get a moment. Good, good, good. Let's just once again pop back to our court and look for men that are not married, that are adults, and just take a little wee look here and see what we're going to do. So we can marry Sigurd off to... Let's marry him patrilineally off to a foreigner that's got good something. Thekla, there we go. Thekla, more like. And Cormac, we're going to marry you, sir. I haven't got anyone I can marry you to matrilineally that's Anglo-Saxon. No, okay, fine. Yeah, you're a good Anglo-Saxon boy. 31. I'm going to marry you to this Italian. There we go. Just to keep you out of trouble, sir. Alright, we can now hold a feast, which we'll do. Raiders arrived in Kent, so pause the game. We don't hold Kent, so we'll need to actually actively raise. We're going to raise our levy up. Oh, it's only 167. Goodness me. We'll just raise them in Wessex then. In we go. So the great thing about having a really high opinion with our vassals is that, as we can see here, we're going to be able to pull up over 1,000 men. Over 1,000 men we'll be able to raise for when the adventurers come, when the Norse come to invade Wessex. And that is absolutely a function of their opinion of us. So we need to keep opinion high over the next sort of 12 to 24 months. Guys, I'm going to just end this episode here. Join me next time where we'll continue the preparations for the Norse invasion, and we will also keep an eye on whether King Halfdan II is defeated or whether he dies as part of this. It looks like he's losing this revolt, 75% down now. Irritatingly, the revolt and the Northumbria keep on fighting, even though they both should be fighting against King Halfdan. But if that does happen, we may also have a chance for a quick, sneaky attack on the Norse up here before the main before the main threat arrives in 884. See you all next time. Thanks again. Bye.